Greetings, hackers. I'm the Code Monkey, and today on Hack the Dungeon, we're looking into the design of Wizard's Towers. A Wizard's Tower is more than mere stone and mortar. It's a symbol of arcane might. Join me as we define the tower's purpose and craft an immersive design that will add a touch of magic to your D&D campaign. So, hackers, let's embark on a journey of magic. First thing to keep in mind when designing a Wizard's Tower is the purpose of the tower. Are you creating a tower that is for the players to raid because the wizard is evil? Or is it a bastion of good that is potentially a source of quests and knowledge? Maybe even the home base of the players throughout the campaign. Other than the purpose of why you are putting it into the adventure, there's also the purpose of the tower itself in the greater campaign world. A tower dedicated to studying the arcane can have a lot of traffic as people come to the tower for answers or to study for themselves. A tower like this will be relatively safe as there are a lot of people expected to be wandering around. A tower designed by a wizard trying to summon an ancient evil entity would be filled with traps and dangers that only the bravest adventurers would be able to survive. We will discuss how to populate the towers in more detail later in the video. Every wizard's tower is going to be different based on the needs of the wizard. Before we go any further into designing the tower, we need to know who the wizard is that lives here. Check out the video here for more information on how to make memorable NPCs. Different kinds of wizards have different abilities, and that will reflect in the tower. An abjuration wizard specializes in protection and will probably have a ton of magical defenses and wards. A wizard that is a summoner will have many summoned creatures for the party to encounter. An illusionist wizard will have many tricks and traps that the party may never see coming, false doors and floors, even illusionary hazards to force the players into wasting their time and resources. And of course, necromancers will have an undead horde willing to throw away their lives for the wizard. Or their unlives. Some towers will be easy to get to, if they are open to the public, maybe even a center point of a small town. Others will be difficult. Imagine the purpose of the wizard when deciding where to put it. Wizards trying to summon a demon might place his tower on the edge of a volcano or a deep swamp where dark energies swirl. A dark forest filled with dangerous plants and creatures might hide a wizard that doesn't want people wandering around asking too many questions. The location can also inform your players as to the kind of dangers they may encounter in and around the tower. Unlike a lot of dungeons, a wizard's tower is way more likely to be filled with puzzles and challenges. A wizard is, by nature, very intelligent and probably has a bit of a god complex. They weave the very fabric of the universe between their fingers and want to make sure anyone that does enter their tower understands the great power and intellect they possess. Now we finally get to it. Other than the wizard, who is here? There is a possibility that there are NPCs that can be encountered, even in an evil wizard's tower. Maybe they have prisoners that can be rescued and talked to. Perhaps there are other adventurers that already entered. Maybe some of the wizard's minions are willing to talk. This, along with the puzzles we discussed, can make a wizard's tower more than just a combat slog. So we have puzzles and challenges and NPCs. But what about the minions that want nothing more than to rend the player's limb from limb? This is also something that ties into the kind of wizard that lives here. A necromancer can have undead that do nothing more than mill about. But a wizard with living minions will need to give them a place to sleep, eat, and work. By necessity, this can help you to create all the rooms involved, as there will need to be kitchens, barracks, and supply rooms. Once you decide what kind of creatures are here, you need to decide the hierarchy. There will be lieutenants that rank above the generic monsters, and this ranking can help to pick the bad guys. If the wizard has a bunch of goblins working for him, he may also have wolves patrolling around that need to be avoided, and hobgoblin leaders that are more powerful than the goblins themselves. If you have decided that the wizard's tower is in your campaign, then you probably already have a plot hook for why it's there. Maybe the tower is just a stop on a longer journey, but you can also include additional plot hooks within the tower to send your party on a number of additional adventures. Perhaps some of the previously mentioned NPCs need your help with something. Maybe the evil wizard was successful in the dark ritual, and some great evil is out in the world now. There could also be letters that the wizard received or other clues that point to other places within your campaign world. Adding plot hooks, even if the players never go to those places, gives the tower a feeling of being part of the greater world and not just a random dot on a map. This will help the player immersion and help to tie the whole campaign together. Now you know all the keys to creating and tying together a wizard's tower. Tell me in the comments what kind of a tower you want to create in your campaign. Click on the subscribe button and don't miss out on the next video. And until then, keep on hacking the dungeon.